Going big, going bigger. Postmates how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver, but I'm still a hot boy. Cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a faucet. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the gang, ain't no bombing. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm P-P-P-Lo, time to bring the bass back. It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my neck talking. Right, I ain't never coming back to.
Well, it was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Mexico City Golden Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
Cut! 180! 12! All day, dog.
Now a first down throw. Gone. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, come on. We're good. 54. Mike, 54. 14. 4 now. SOS.
Now gone. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Here we go.
A gain of 14. First First down, Mexico City.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Goff's throw taken in by Reynolds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
Goff on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Get it back together.
We got this.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 18.
White.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check 43.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. 180. 59, Mike to 59. I got it. '59's Mike. Check it.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. He gets this one to Boyd. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
That's good for a 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here we go.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Fresno. White. Mike.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
1, Omaha. Lock. 59's Mike. Check. 59. Stay with your man. Hey, Charlie.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it's gone. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, Haywood!
From the gun, here's Gone. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
We go tonight. 180. 17. 17. 17.
Here's Goff. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Goff throwing again. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Again, Goff. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Goff now to throw. That's into the hands of Reynolds. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st down, Mexico City.
Cut! 180! Ric Flair! Check! Maverick! Alert 3! Alert 3!
From the red zone now, Goff. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
We go tonight! 180! We go 76! 76!
Now Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On second down, it's Coleman. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Check 26, check 26.
Goff now looks to throw. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. A shotgun snap for Gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
21. Mike, check. 59. Watch the flood. Motion, pop. 2.
On 2nd and 9. Garoppolo going underneath. It's Coleman. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Check 4. Check. Hey, gun.
Garoppolo. He completes it to Boyd. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
A gain of 14 yards brings up 3rd down.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He finds Coleman. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
11. Mike is 59.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Garoppolo again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
What we got?
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Check 37. Check 37. 21. Here we go.
They will run again with Coleman. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. On the screen, this is Coleman. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
65. Hey, exit. 59. Oh, yeah.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Completes it to Coleman. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
21.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo looking for his running back, and he's got him. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
I got you.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Live. Check safety.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot.
We go to 180. You better bring. Let me know right now.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. The run on 1st down gets them a couple up to the 27. Marcus Peters up to make the tackle.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
One, Omaha. Clock.
Coleman. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
11.
Coleman now. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Going to give this time to the tailback. And an alley to run. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Bullock good on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Whirling. Bang.
Back to throw. Goff. His throw incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that takes us from second to third down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Goff now looking to throw. He'll find Reynolds over the middle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now Goff on first down. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Watch out.
Now it's gone. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the gun, here's Goff. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. A 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
Watch the slip. Eleven.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Garoppolo. He's going to float this one deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
After the interception, here's Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Value three. Hey, orbit.
Gone. And that one's complete to Gurley. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there.
Listen. Hey, one set. Check. Hey, Steve 6.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Out of the gun. Ball. And that will be incomplete.
The one with the dive look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
They bring their punter out there now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It'll be a 41-yard punt, given 5 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a handoff working right. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Niners on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
49, check 49. 13.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
On 2nd down, it's Hughes. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll get this up near midfield, but then still a few yards shy of the first down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. And a huge play that time. 48 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now it's gone. And that's complete to Cooks. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Check three.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go, baby.
They come out here in the eye. So it's still first and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
They'll try and get it home with Sherman, the fullback. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Anthony Sherman, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be fielded at the 8. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point fourth-quarter lead. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hughes. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there.
12. Shit. Check. Fresno.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Here we go. 2.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. He's back to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And out of bounds right around the 20.
Here we go. 180.
I'm here all day. Tight on this side, bro. Tight on the left. Tight on the left.
Six.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
One final try now for Garoppolo. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So for our visitors, the win is their 5th of the year as they move to 5-8, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.